Welcome to this brand new episode of Out of the World, and you're still joining me along the north coast of Australia, where we drove from Broome all the way to Darwin. Well, not yet, because 100 kilometers from Darwin we'll find Litchfield National Park.
And what a road trip it has been. From Broome, we drove to the Gibb River Road. Then on to the adventurous Bungle Bungles. And the immense man-made Lake Argyle. From the Katherine Gorge we now drive on to the next nature wonder, called Litchfield.
In the Litchfield National Park there are several sites that you can visit on a big loop that you can drive with your car. And even before the campsite we find the first one, called the magnetic termite mounds. They are among the biggest termite mounds that you ever saw in your life, created over thousands of years by these little creatures. How awesome is that?
The size but also the age of these things makes us feel tiny and young. The fields of termite mounds are endless and they look like graveyards.
So I'm trying to find the biggest one in the area and I think I found it. This one is about 3 times my size. Check this out.
We arrive at a really nice campsite in the middle of all the forest.
Time for dinner, guys.
Yeah.
We really enjoy being one with nature like this. Look at the trees full of bee eaters.
Our first stop in the Litchfield National Park was such a great one. We had a great night because we slept right in the nature. And the best thing is, it's called Florence Falls Campground. And the Florence Falls, they are right next to it. So there's a little path next to our camping spot where we can walk down to the first waterfall and have a swim.
But first, I'll show you where we just spent the night. Oh, and here's the first cockatoo ever to join the Olympics. A perfect 10 for execution. We are the first people today to walk down the valley to the Florence Waterfalls. The nature is spectacular.
How great is this, guys? Swimming in the waterfall all alone. This is indescribable, guys. This waterfall right in the middle of nature, and we were all alone first in the morning, and now more people are coming. So we're leaving and heading on to the next waterfalls.
When we walk back up to the campsite, I suddenly look up and spot something.
As you guys know, I'm always looking for animals, and here on the way to the waterfall, I look up in the trees and I see these giant fruit bats. And they're scurrying around the trees, having fights, screaming. It's really nice.
These awesome creatures are locally called flying foxes. And I understand what they mean. These guys are huge. Let's enjoy another view from the top. And then we drive on to more sites in the Litchfield National Park, which is easy because we just follow the park road, known as the Litchi Loop.
The next stop is the Bewley Rock Hole, and I can tell you that this is a more popular place to swim.
Makes sense, because it's hot and this just looks awesome, right?
So we're going to the Tolmer viewing deck, quite near to the car park, for an amazing view on the waterfall. At the first viewing deck we didn't see anything at all, but we walked a little bit further to a lower viewing deck quite close to the waterfall, and this is Tolmer Falls, and it's quite beautiful.
Awesome.
On the way back we see this funny looking stick bug.
Three waterfalls down, one more to go. So the last falls that we visit here in the Litchfield National Park are the Wangi Falls. They are incredible, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit crowded and nothing compared to where we were this morning, all alone at the Florence Falls. But still, this one is amazing too.
All Also here to remind us that we're still in the wild Australian nature is this guy, a curious monitor lizard. Time to jump in. Okay, these waterfalls are stunning too. Celine enjoys a dip with us as well, when the sun is about to set. Oh, and Batman and his friends are back too.
To Litchfield! Cheers!
It's a train.
Oh, good morning, guys. We just woke up in the Litchfield National Park. The sun is just up. It's very early in the morning. We've seen so many beautiful waterfalls that now it's time to see another highlight of this area, which is a beautiful wildlife park. It's called the Territory Wildlife Park and it's quite near to here. So within an hour's drive, we're going to the next highlight. But first, coffee.
In the early morning, we already spot the first wildlife. There are several wallabies just chilling at the roadside.
We actually woke up so early this morning that we are the first to arrive at the Territory Wildlife Park. And the gates are still closed. But we're excited.
And so was Jens, as you probably noticed. It's time for a day of safari in search of the Northern Territory wildlife.
So in this gigantic park, it's the easiest way to travel around by train. It drops you everywhere with all the special northern Australian animals, and the first one would be the dingo. They've been living here for 1,000 years since they were brought over by travelers from Asia and Europe, and now they live here in the wild, and they're actually wild animals now. So the dingoes first.
These dingoes are known to be very shy, but they are very active in the morning. And yes, they look a bit like regular dogs. Next we visit the Billabong for a Northern Territory water life. We hop on the train again to a very interesting bird show to learn about many local birds. First we see Australia's largest bird of prey, a wedge-tailed eagle. And this is the Australian bustard. We love the ghostly-looking Australian barn owl. Of course, the emu. But my favorite was this buzzard, who can crack eggs open using a rock. Here's a Brahminy kite. And this eastern osprey shows his fishing skills. At last we got to meet this goshawk up close. For the kids, the woodland walk is a must, where they can meet and cuddle kangaroos and wallabies.
There is another one.
A zen moment here.
What I love in this park is that we meet the animals in their natural habitat. We can even walk through the enormous aviaries with all the local birds.
Wow guys, that was the perfect day out. I like the fact that this zoo, or actually more like a wildlife park, is truly based on the animals that you can find in the Northern Territory. So some animals we already saw traveling through Australia, and some new ones. We can learn a lot about all the flora and fauna of this area, all in the natural habitat. So I give them big thumbs up, also for the kids. Super!
And we make the final drive to Darwin, where we enjoy the city life for a bit before we head on to Pacific Paradise. Because next is our adventure on Vanuatu. So subscribe and join us on every trip. Ciao!